damage balance. I've got to go with TNC.
I'm TNC
I think, as I said, a little bit question marks on the final pick, Medusa. They had the Sam H bat. I'm still, as I said, I want to see what they've swapped. You were right.
They did swap.
They've swapped. Fog was right.
I was gonna say.
Fog was right.
I think that they're gonna do that because
swap the DP and the OD.
This is like Armel's favorite hero.
Yeah.
And they want to have the matchup, I think, too.
Okay. Wow. Let's go. He's going with TNC then, Fog.
Yeah, I'm going with TNC.
Yeah,
I think
both,
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not. I was mentioning it before too. I'm not crazy about Tiny support. I think it's pretty tough to play. I think it's. I don't know. It's just. No. I feel like it fits better in the other roles.
Oh wait, did they just swap again? We'll see. We'll be able to get us in. There's a pause at the moment.
No, they didn't swap again.
They didn't swap
it
again.
Is Armel and
So okay. So let's see how this one goes, ladies and gentlemen. As Execration versus TNC, Game 2. Very sort of. There's different endings to both of the drafts here. The Deucer for Execration coming into play. This duo core of ODDP, something that is not that common.
They kind of have
whatsoever.
the snowball on TNC, to be honest. They don't really have like physical damage. It's just the exorcism for that.
Let's get something again, guys.
They do have some high late game with the Gyro Deucer.
Yeah.
But the Sam H back is the big one.
The Sam H back. That's the big playmaking here. Right?
It changes up a lot here.
The Sam H is so confident on.
Having the ways to get that instant catch and start the fight is so big for me as Death Prophet. They don't have that like crazy save for the DP, but they do have the Astral, which is pretty nice to defend her while that exorcism's going off.
Yeah, Astral's not bad at all this game.
Yep.
Yeah, the Armel OD.
Armel.
And the Ravens safe lane.
I'm actually. Oh, I'm pretty excited though. Okay, if Execration takes this and they play versus Fnatic, it could be super hype.
I mean, either way, it's going to be. Yeah, both. I think any of these three teams in any sort of matchup provide some very entertaining Dota 2. We'll see. As game 1, Execration looked very hot with their coordination.
Yeah, Medusa into OD too.
That was sort of the whole things in the draft. That was the one thing that I've just seen so many times an OD just straight up counter the Medusa.
Yeah, the mana burn just from the ulti alone, and yeah, the Arcane Orb really starts that up. We will see though. We'll see this position. Is Yaj going to be up in that off lane? Raven on that safe lane Death Prophet.
The battle begins.
Now it'll be just the rune trade. No one interested in fighting between the two sides at level 1, as it seems. So which lane's going to suffer, Fog? Do you think? Where's the toughest of times here on the map at the start?
I think bottom lane still is gonna. The Gyro, I think, if they make rotations with Sand King and Batrider, I think they can punish this because it's like a solo Gyrocopter. Tiny support doesn't really do a whole lot. Tim's is gonna go start top though to make sure that this puck gets zoned a bit, but I would imagine it would be if the Sand King started bottom, it would be the Gyro. But they are gonna do the dual lane mid, so Suffer would probably be the puck now, since he's left alone. Not a dual lane with a puck off lane is usually pretty miserable for the puck.
Top lane Yaj taking a pretty severe beating. Will salve up straight away. Keep himself in the lane.
Tim's is moving down bottom now. Sam H. Starting to back up here. He got some experience from the wave. He's halfway to level 2. Still a bit away. And we do see like similar things happen to both offlaners. Both of them are going to suffer pretty hard. Till Sand King makes his way down. Tim's kind of just playing around inside the river right now.
He's chasing Lumic down a little bit.
He's trying to force like reactions so that the Batrider can have a better time. He wants to pull like the tinier Witch Doctor, but he's walking through Ob's vision this whole time. Bottom.
Look at the avalanche. They're
dead.
They are with that level 2 on the Gyro. Body blocks and the missile. Getting Nando that first blood.
Okay, Tim's wants to pull the creep wave. I was wondering, I'm not too sure what he's actually doing, but I guess Sam H was like, I can't get anything down here if they bring 3, and they did bring 3. So both offlaners really suffering. The usual. Grimm's walking up, getting some sticky stacks on him. There's a haste rune too for Tim's. But they can't get the chase.
Okay.
It's under attack.
Mid lane. How's the CS looking at the moment? Armel.
Yep.
He is having a very, very strong start in this 1v1 for the most part. 11 for 6 against the 6 for 1. Tim's is there as well, looking for a rotation.
Pretty hard to threaten a kill.
Yeah.
With
Carl
OD
is
without orb. It's just astral.
full mana at the moment on the Medusa as well.
Sam H still has the creep wave behind his tower, so he's going to be able to pull that one. Get himself some nice experience soon. Puck top, we see the same thing kind of happening. Yaj getting absolutely full zoned. These poor offlaners. I feel for them. And Raven, 18-11. Not really missing many last hits either.
Having just a slightly better time than Nando.
Yes.
But obviously that first Bud keeping things even overall between the two safe laners.
Sam H getting a lot of levels here. Top, the puck gets the orb away. Will survive. So when they've got some levels on the bat and some on the Sanking, then they can start actually threatening this gyro. And as long as if they see the Tiny as well, if he ever makes moves away from this bottom lane, that's where they can put a lot of pressure onto Nando. And they have denied a bunch of creeps too. You see Death Prophet pulling ahead of the gyrocopter.
Mid lane arm out. Coming out maybe a little too far.
Back.
Gets tossed back under the tower. He'll try and walk it off. Burrow Strike and Fairy Fire. The combination keeping that man alive. And meanwhile up top, Cuckoo and Raven able to outplay the puck and catch him without the orb available. So getting TNC's first kill on the map.
2-1-1 build on Raven. So he has that early point in silence. Armel now kind of gets pushed back off the lane because of that rotation from Lumic. Nice toss back coming out.
Bottom lane, Sap. Just trying to get in onto Grims, but a homing missile from Nando does put a bit of a stop to it. It's definitely one of the ways that matchup can sort of work back in favor of the Gyro. Anytime that anyone's getting too many stacks on, just putting a missile on the bat makes it very hard for Sam to get too aggressive.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of levels already down here. This Witch Doctor Gyro. Sam H is not really having a presence. Top.
Lane.
Toss back again.
Toss back under the tower. Raven gonna take a bit of damage. He has the Spirit Siphon, keeping him alive. They'll try and chase down, but Cuckoo with the Fate Bolt. Crisp Swarm as well from Raven in return. Will force Execration back.
Lumic's crazy on this Tiny.
He's getting a lot of good toss backs. Not quite enough for the kill there as we saw, but still keeping TNC on their toes.
Armel tanks a big Mystic Snake there. Dusa catching right back up once she gets some levels. 19-7 to 22-11.
Smoke to be picked up by Tims. See if he is able to make any sort of movement. Maybe with the two supports anytime soon.
Getting some stacks up on Nando.
They are looking for.
He has to. The third stack is the big one. Once you get the third,
that's go time.
yeah.
But Grims is there.
Nando does back up till the stack resets. Sam H getting a lot more room now to get some farm and some levels. Scouts out Nando, and the rotations now. They're leaving the Death Prophet alone top. Rubik comes down. Nando in a lot of trouble here.
Let's see if TNC can get away with this one. They look towards him. Burrow Strike. Missile is out onto the bat. The Paralyzing Cask as well, buying some time for Nando. There's the Telekinesis. Nando now 4 stacks on him. He's trying to get out of there. The chase down comes through. He's got the stick charges. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive as Nando will fall. Sam H did tank the tower whilst having the Maledict on him. He'll go for the TP out. Is he going to make it? No. The Maledict ticks enough.
Wait, he TP'd to the shrine.
Oh. Maybe a bit of a miss. I don't know if the Fountain Regen would have saved him anyway. Because he died as soon as he arrived.
Would have been close, yeah. He could have bought.
It would have been close.
Yeah, he would have been close.
He died. I think he was.
He might have been dead anyway. He took a lot of damage. Yeah, it was close.
Yeah. But yeah, the 1-for-1 trade gets the gyro, costs his life.
Not too bad. Putting the pressure with the rotations. Shutting down gyro is pretty important, but he's already got Phase Aquila, so he is quite tanky and speedy to move away from that. Pretty even though across the board. OD and Dusa kind of neck and neck. OD's had to bring a little bit more regen, so he's a little behind. But Death Prophet, full free farm. Treads into Hood build it's going to be, since Execration, they're super heavy focused on that magic damage. And TNC, they're still trying to pressure Nando. They're positioned down here with their 2 supports and the bat.
See if they can get that wraparound Nando. Starting to come forward a little bit, Cuckoo. Able to get the telekinesis into the Burrow Strike. Grims will have the cast once again. Some good bounces holding the two of them back. And just making it a little bit hard for TNC to get away with that kill. As they cast too much and taking quite a beating off the back of those Maledict procs once again, Sam H.
I usually do see Sam H actually grab like an early level of Flame Break, but this time around he's just prioritized the 202. I guess he's only level 4 still too. But maybe at 5 he'll grab it so he can get that knockback. But Grim is always in the right place with that cask. He's just been staying down bottom, not moving at all. That's all he really needs to do is throw cask as soon as they try to commit. Now Gyro, he's 6. He could look to get aggressive in other lanes. He's got the Phase and the Bracer and the Aquila. Gonna be quite tanky rushing that Drum. Being that early presence for his team to make space for Dusa.
Yeah, 40 to 18, 34 for 11. On the mid lane matchup, I'm out with that lead. Raven, yeah, 50 CS, 8 minutes in. Straight for the hood, as his first item. Yep, keep him safe against this a heavy amount of magical, really, that Execration's lineup is until the Gyro and the Dusa come online.
Invis Cuckoo in mid lane. Not really going to be able to make anything of it, though. Bottom. Call down to secure that neutral camp.
Cuckoo, I'll soak up some XP. But as you say, not like he's able to do anything about this Dusa.
Yeah, he's almost got his arcane boots finished up on the Rubik. Pretty decent timing. All of his gold has pretty much been committed into that. So Tim's, we'll have to get the wards early on, and they're actually going for this on.
Yeah, does get spotted out. And they are going to try and make a play with it. They'll look for the body blocks, but the phase boots.
The Lumic with the stun there blocks Tim's from getting the stun, and maybe they're just going to have to transition this into a push. And bottom lane, in the meanwhile, Sam H looks like he went for a dive.
He did, and they were able to turn.
Raven. They really want to be able to try to get this tower off of this Tim's. Is there with the stun, but
structures are fortified.
Glyph comes out.
Is under attack.
Rotation not entirely successful. TNC really wanted to get a kill into the tower there, and they weren't able to get either. Tower is pretty healthy. They only has 450 health on it.
See what Sam H can find here. Design this up. Brim's there with Nando at his side. There's Tim's forced away. Nando doing a good job of staying safe in his bottom lane for the most part, and as we can see on the network, second highest, just behind Raven, but it's very close between the two position ones as both carries farming well.
Yeah, he's got the phase drum out now though. He can get aggressive pretty much anywhere on the map. They know that Raven does not have exorcism right now though, and Armel has gone top to secure his drum, but he's falling a bit behind that Medusa, who's been farming some stacks in jungle. And they do have ancient stacks already online on the left side, the triple stack.
Oh, wow, that's very nice.
Yeah.
And safe to do so this game. TNC don't really have any methods of taking ancients themselves, even if they know that that's there.
Yeah, the only way they can take them is with an exorcism, which we have seen teams do.
Sure. That's not a bad usage. Smoke up from Nando with that phase drums. As you mentioned, immediately wanted to get active. They look towards Armel in the mid lane. Looking for the leading cast. They've got that first bounce with the Malady there. He is very dead as he's surrounded by 4 and taken down. They get that gank onto the mid OD. Very nice movement from the Gyro. Getting active just as you like to see when he has that phase drums out.
Yeah. He's got a Deuce on his lineup. He's got to be the one just to make moves around the map. And that puck has caught up very nicely too. Yaj, level 8 already on the puck with Treads double null. He's having a way better time than Sam H, who's got 3 deaths and only 25 last hits. Ways away from that drum or that blink dagger.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Now looking down bottom, Lumic
Dire's top tower is under attack.
on his own at the moment, looking to soak up some XP. He's got to be careful how far he comes out from this tier 2 tower, as Raven is there with the exorcism.
Yeah, they were able to claim that bottom tower without it. Raven wanted to go for a second here. Not committing the exorcism just yet. They want to get some type of grab before they do. And Lumic might be the one who goes down here. Sam H is there. Stun comes out. Toss away.
Toss, off you go, back.
See you. And now they pop the exorcism.
Oh, Puck gets jumped on, but he has a quick silence. Dream coil out to the two of them.
Gyro's porting down now too. TNC.
Oh, they're stuck underneath the tower. Time is there for Nando to come in with the cooldown, looking to chase them. Raven turns, gets the first siphon off. Nando trying to keep the distance. TNC still alive for now. Homing missile from Nando, inbound on top of the Death Prophet. They'll close the gap with the Rocket Barrage. Raven running out the Spirit Siphons. We'll have the Exorcism heal in a minute, but the cast! The Death Ward is beautiful from Grims. Cuts down the two of them. And Sam H, he'll try for the TPR. Do they have any way to cancel it? They don't, so Sam H will escape. Woo. But of course, TNC losing both Tims and Raven off the back of that push. Exorcism was committed, and they don't get the tower and lose the team fight.
That cask into Death Ward. Grims. He's playing very good on the Witch Doctor. He's not doing anything like incredibly spectacular or anything. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's been sitting in the bottom lane pretty much the entire game, not moving.
Yeah, he's 3-0-3. He's been involved in all 6 kills.
Yeah. He's just casually kind of staying there. And TNC trying to get aggressive here. They have Death Ward stolen too. Carl. They might be able to find him. He's got Stone Gaze if he pops it.
Oh. They silence an Astral Limb at the same time there on the mid lane, so the Puck should be fine to get up with the orb. Indeed, on the sidelines, that's where Carl's in trouble, but he has got the ult out in time. They're still trying to run him down. He's trying to get himself towards the shrine. Tim's with the Burrow Strike, holding Carl back, but Carl will be able to make it. He's there with the regen. He'll be fine. Armel wrapping in, has the Astral to hold back one. The homing missile connects onto the Batrider, paralyzing cast, bouncing between the two of them. Tims and Sam H in trouble. They have lost the Gyro and the Puck. Now TNC looking to come in for more. They can't quite get Carl, but still that movement ending up paying off for TNC as they invade Execration's half of the map. They get in, and a lot of damage being done there by Armel, coming online, dropping the Sanity's Eclipse and securing those kills.
Yeah. Sam H, he's having some uncharacteristic mistakes though, to be honest. He's 1-4 in that fight there. Tims runs past and doesn't get Stone Gaze, but Sam H kind of like did like this circle kind of mover and walked in and got Stone Gazed anyway when he had 5 stacks on the Dusa and he wasn't able to close the gap there. I think if he actually just stayed on top of her, facing her, he would have actually closed it and killed her. But just some rare mistakes that I don't really see him making too often.
Yeah, finding Tims, but not enough control on the Puck.
Still very close though. Oh. Only a 1k advantage at the moment for Execration. You right on?
Yeah, Cuckoo's still got that Death Ward.
He does?
He does. He's ready to go for round 2. He wants to try and find a round 2.
He's not got too much time left.
No. They are. There's a couple of them up here though.
Yeah, we'll be up for this one. Yeah, it's up for like 30 more seconds.
You can certainly get a usage out of it if they get the grab onto Yaj, and Yaj straight into the silence. Here comes Sam. They might not even need the Death Ward.
Oh. They don't get the lasso off on the lift. He gets the phase shift away.
They're still chasing.
They don't get him.
I don't. Ah, feels bad. Cuckoo doesn't get to use the Death Ward again.
The core is staying very close together. Dusa pretty much tied with Death Prophet. OD tied with Gyrocopter, but the discrepancy is definitely the Puck over the Batrider. That's why they have that 2.5k or 2k gold advantage. Sam H really needs this Blink Dagger this game for his team. How is Tims doing? Tims is not very farmed. They're actually they're prioritizing the farm on the Rubik this.
Yeah, Tims is right. At the bottom of the net worth today.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any sort of crazy Blink Dagger timing at all. 16 minutes in and 2k away from it. So very much all on Sam H to make those sort of big initiations, but as you say, he's already been struggling a bit at the back. So unable to really sort of get that rolling. That's why we are seeing Execration being able to keep up with the farm and, if anything, just a little bit ahead of TNC. Bottom, Carl getting gone on, but the Stone Gaze comes out. They'll turn with the combo. They'll blow up Tims. Now they turn towards more with the cooldown. Out onto the Death Prophet. Armel comes in with a defensive Astral, trying to save Raven, but the Death Ward still pummels on through. Has got the Siphon keeping him alive. Cuckoo turning up as well.
That Astral was really clutch.
It just certainly did save the DP.
Grims continues to be in every single situation he needs to be on the Witch Doctor. 4-1-4. Every one of their kills.
Sam H just...
He needs that blink. I think he's realized. Yeah, he just needs to get that blink for his team so they can get those actual pickoffs, because their initiation is very awkward right now. They just kind of walk in and hope they walk in.
And now there's a blink on the Puck. before that's come out on the back.
Yeah, wow.
So Yaj just get grabbed here, silenced up as well. The damage enough? It is. The arcane orbs from Armel.
Cuckoo getting the right steal. Almost with the, he's almost got a blink dagger too. He would have a blink at the same time as Sam H on this Rubik.
Neck and neck with net worth, the two of them.
Then they've got another way to start the fight with both of them.
Execration just hovering around behind that tier 1 in case TNC do come in with a push. But now that Exodus isn't back up as of yet. TNC just focusing on the farming. They've got the Yule Scepter now as well for Ravens. So as we've seen, they already have those nice little astral plays from Armel keeping the DP alive. But that plus the Yules is a lot of time of invulnerability where those ghosts can go to work without Execration being able to do anything about the Death Prophet.
Carl farming up a storm on this Deuce at top of the net worth, farming multiple ancient stacks, and they continue to stack for him as well. We haven't seen them able to get wards to actually block those ancient caps because they've been focusing sentries, as you see on both sides. Execration knows they're like, we need to just protect our Deuce's area. Their wards, they're completely warded in the defensive manner. Cuckoo, his invis. He's trying to find a setup here onto Yaj top. Still has the stolen waning rift.
Can close that gap for the telekinesis. It should certainly be a kill.
They need to help.
Him and the Sand King. Him and
Not gonna
Tim's.
find it, I don't think.
Yeah, we see Yaj just playing it safe under the tower. I think he knows.
Yeah, does seem like that.
He knows something's up.
So phase Yasha into BKB is the build on Jaro.
Oh, and there's the blink dagger reveal. In they go. They've got the grab onto the puck with the Fable and the first silence and the orb from Cuckoo.
And he's back. There we go.
There we go.
They really need those.
That's
blink
what they need from Sam. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they've got the Rubik blink too. Call down gets committed to try to stop the push. I still think they inevitably lose this top tower. TNC looking to get some aggressive plays down. They don't have any wards actually on them right now, so they can't put any down. I think the wards are all on the courier. Yeah, they are. They had no vision on the map for a while. I guess they did get some dewarded around the ancients, but
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I'll take a tier 1 for free.
Dire's middle tower
Mid lane.
has fallen.
Carl. Getting that trade. And well on the way to Skadi.
yeah, he's very farmed. He just finished off that big ancient stack that we were talking about, and now
He's going to look to stack it again.
yeah, he's stacking that one. But Cuckoo now did get a sneaky ward in the other side.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, is he stack it?
He got it.
There you got it. Oh, okay, he got it. He got it.
Radiant's
Easy stack.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Look at top. They're setting the trap for Nando.
There's the jump. Straight away, they've got so much control once they get that. Woo, just about the initiation for TNC, and then it's a surefire kill each and every time.
Armel's hitting hard already. Treads drum, 4-staff. He's got the blinking Q2. He's level 16 on this OD. Tied up with that Dusa.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, if they get the jump on anyone, I think even if they get the jump on the Medusa with the OD there, they kill her.
Absolutely.
Like they just they have enough damage and control to. Like maybe once Carl has the Skadi, maybe he survives, but even then, I don't know. It's close because they have such a lot of control.
If he gets like Scotty plus, we're assuming he'll get like level 20 almost at the same time as that one, then it might be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the moment right now, TNC has definitely turned this game around, which was looking like Execration was pretty handily taking the early game with that 3k lead. Now it's going to be completely leveled out in experience and gold.
Radiant's middle tower is
Lumik does have Blink Dagger on Sanking for Execration. But they have to be careful. Yaj, I think, shouldn't be showing so much on the map. I think he should be hiding more to put that threat onto TNC. Like if he doesn't show, then they're like, oh man, where's this puck? He could be sitting behind people. He could be making plays elsewhere. So he does. I don't think he should be showing so much as their big ganker slash counter ganker.
under attack.
Time to move forward and look for action. Execration. See what they can get. This smoke. I mean, TNC are split up.
Raven just walked up and auto-attacked the tower once and then ran away. They will ping him out. Their smoke will be unsuccessful though on Execration. TNC, they forced in all 3 waves during that, so they did seem to be aware that there was a smoke going on. But now mid.
the silence to get the Dream Coil.
He breaks the coil.
Well, he's going to get stunned up as well, but he gets the time to self-fuels, dodging the homing missile, but the avalanche and cooldown comes through with the save. Astral from Armel, that is going to keep the Death Prophet alive again. Coming in clutch with the Astrals, and now looking for the turnaround. Straight in onto Lumic. Lumic, unlikely to get out of this one, or the silence will buy some sort of safety for the Tiny, but it's not enough. Lumic goes down. Now Armel.
They want more.
He has. He's found the setup. They're bringing in the stuns. Tim's there with the timing. No blink out for you, sir, and such.
Damn. Sam H actually, that fight, he blinks in, but he didn't have mana in order to actually get the lasso. But he started spamming stick, and he got like 3 essence or
and down bottom. Nando's stuck behind the trees. TNC.
Oh, they're striking back.
They are. They just swept across the map from mid to bottom, picking up 3 kills.
And they might not be done. They do see the Deucer for a second with that ward.
They've got Sanity's Eclipse.
They might just go high ground too.
They've got a few seconds left of Exorcism. There's no reason for TNC to hold back. Sam. But
they got Deucer.
Yeah. I mean, Armel's just going to say thank you for the in. He's just going to keep hitting in. Oh. And that Deucer's dead. And they're going to lose the Tiny as well.
He just bought his Scotty too. There's no buyback on Deucer.
Is this just... I mean, there's still tier 2s in the other 2 lanes, but this is getting severely out of control for Execration.
They could very well get a Rax here, at least a tier 3. Sam H.
Death Ward is down, but instantly Grims has to stop it because TNC.
Oh my goodness!
Walking into the base down bottom and having a shot at these barracks. 24 minutes in. Jump forward, they have the telekinesis, silence is there, paralyzing cast, with some nice bounces, but the 4-staff does split them. TNC, still fine for now. 16 seconds before the Deuce is back, but TNC, they're going to respect that. They're going to back off.
I think that's smart. They don't have anything available, really. They've just got such a huge swinging momentum. Yeah. That's the last 6 or 7 minutes. I don't know, there's a lot of little orange dots there, but they've gotten like 5, 6, 7 kills, 2 or 3 towers, maybe more than that. Now Shrines are available too. Blink Dagger is going to be finished for Tim's. Hurricane Pike on Armel, going for BKB. The levels too, level 18 on OD.
Now that's the sort of jump up they need in Sam.
He needs help.
He's not got any more with him.
Nando really needs BKB for him to be a presence in this game, but he has fallen heavily far behind after those 2 deaths.
They're bringing over the Sand King. The line has been drawn. They do want to still try and find this, but there's a sentry down.
Oh, there's a sentry.
Sam H. Will actually still be gone off. They'll try for the TP out. It's not going to make... Oh, the Astral.
Oh, it's so high beautiful. Up. It's so beautiful.
Oh, and it blinks out.
Wait, what?
He gets the blink out of the Astral. Sam, honestly, Armel, I've lost count of the amount of
how many saves
he has saved with his Astral.
I guess that's why they picked it.
I guess so.
It really, I mean, the Astral even puts him under after
just
the missile.
Just in case anyone else was coming. But yeah, these Astral saves from Armel.
Even the setups too. That bottom one when he got the Astral on the puck, and then the Tim's follow-up. Like, yeah, he's really stepping it up.
What I like as well is, correct me if I'm wrong, but has everyone on TNC got a Blink Dagger?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
they do. So Armel's saying, look, we go for the blink out of the Astral every single time.
Yep.
Everyone's got a Blink Dagger, so they can so they can play along with these saves that Armel's making.
Works for me. Sam H on the prowl. Who can he find? It's gonna be Lumic. Oh, but he gets the blink out.
Well, that was a quick reaction there from Lumic. He'll still be chased down though. They'll force in. He gets the lasso off in time. Lumic in a lot of trouble. Telekinesis. Armel racks up the in. And they've even got the control there for maybe Mother. Look at towards Carl. Oh, trying to get back. Tim's closing the gap, but the Stone Gaze will come out just to stop Tim's from committing.
That was very defensive though. They didn't even have the lasso or anything to pull him back. But he
was scared.
This just shows Execration. They're terrified right now. They've completely lost all their composure in this game.
And they have to somehow get onto the OD is such an issue because anyone they go onto other than the OD will get saved by the OD. As we've seen.
Yeah.
Rosham.
Rosh time. Ravens got OD.
They have scanned it Execration, but I mean, is there any way they can get here in time? It's going to go down relatively quickly with the with the ghosts. They are heading over.
There's a scan by Dyer. They're gonna have it.
They are going
now.
to try and get in.
Sam H is gonna go mess with them right now.
Let's have a look. Jump in. Silence from Yaj immediately onto the Batrider. On the sidelines, you've got Lumic making sure that the Psychic can't get the jump in. They go in. Nando will get the Aegis and the Roshan.
They just completely ditched.
They
Armel
get it.
just force-staffed out of there.
And now they're going to get kills out of this as well. They've got two. They're coming back. Execration. They're looking for the other three here as they've got the Dream Car holding them in place. Armel will turn with the Sanities. He'll self-astral himself. They've killed Nando once, but Nando, he's back up for round two. Armel gets taken down. TNC losing everything apart from Raven around the pit. As Execration coming in with this incredible play. They're getting to the pit in time.
Gyro just popped BKB and ran in.
He was going in.
Armel literally just pieced. He just force-staffed out as well as Raven just blinks out of the pit.
And they got
then he just kills the Roshan, grabs the Aegis instantly. Because it was like 2 hits from death.
And as Lumic as well, as I said, that we saw Sam H and Tim's, as you said, they were both looking to get into the pit from the side. But Yaj, he silences the bat. Yeah. Lumic jumps straight on top of the Sand King. So suddenly these two initiators couldn't do anything to stop Nando just walking in and doing that.
There was no, the lasso was still on cooldown when they went in too, so.
Wow, that was a big stop. As we said, TNC was starting to build momentum, but Execration with quite a severe knockback to that momentum that they were starting to gain with that way that they take Roshan away, take the Aegis away from them, and they take a convincing team fight.
Yeah, now the Deuce has hit a pretty big peak, getting a finished Hurricane Pike and that level 20 talent. 700 mana.
TNC have got to be careful. Execration have certainly turned up to play today.
Cuckoo looking for Yaj. Couldn't get the lift in time.
Still, overall that 3k lead for TNC, but 29 minutes in, that 3k lead doesn't mean too much.
Raven's now is a BKB, so he's a lot tankier versus this Execration lineup, who's majority magic damage. Unless he gets stone, if he gets caught in the stone gaze, he can die very quickly to that physical. But
I mean, what's the next starting for Carl? Okay, Butterfly. Yeah, just getting up on that physical.
Evasion versus OD.
That's always the dream.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, this game is, if it goes on, going late against Deucer and Gyro is
definitely
pretty nightmarish.
Yeah, if they get like Ags on Puck, which I think he has queued up, then they can actually have huge problems, because then he pops coil on people, Deucer just force steps into the middle of them with Stone Gaze, and they're screwed.
And as the game goes on, you know, they have this safe lane Death Prophet very strong at this area of the game, and can still obviously be quite a tanky beast, but very, very reliant on the cooldowns to a point that the Gyro and Medusa will not be at the late game, where they can still do a lot of damage without reliant on their ults, unlike the Death Prophet, who needs to have that ult ready to go.
Definitely. Cuckoo has surpassed Sam H in net worth. Cuckoo's got Blink, Aether Lens, and a Yule Scepter. He really wanted to have farm this game. Tim's is pretty much strictly warding. He's got just Blink Dagger going for that 4-staff.
And we're going for the Ags next on the Rubik. Very nice game for the Aghanim's.
Yeah, if he can get some of those nice steals. There's a lot of spells that he wants to get to. If you can get, if you can get like Ags Coil plus Death Ward, no, that's the dream.
I mean, what the easy one is stealing the Snake, isn't it?
Yeah, Snake's pretty decent. So that's done. But yeah, it actually
because that's an easy steal.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You're getting something good each time from the Deucer.
Yeah, you're always gonna get pretty much Snake, or you get Stone Gaze.
And then it's like, oh, what a shame.
The dream.
Build Stone Gaze. It's still good.
Smoke up, TNC. They can still always get these pickoffs because they have a Batrider. So anyone they find will easily get bursted. And there is 2 BKBs on TNC. Armel plus Raven, they're looking to battle. They know there's no Aegis still either. Dusa, Carl.
It's quite far out. Ooh. Backing off, sentry down as well.
Oh, that was scary.
It was just on the edge of a sort of potential area where TNC could jump and make the grab. They keep
If he stayed for literally like a half a second longer, he was dead.
Under attack.
Shrine's being attacked a bit, but here we go. Execration, smoke versus TNC. They see Armel, they see Cuckoo.
They're going to jump straight away with the Dream Coil onto the OD. OD silence for now. He's actually going to get hit by the Dream Coil snap. They force him to the side. He'll get the chance for the Astral. They're down one member on TNC. They're going for the cooldown, surrounding Armel. They've got the disarm out onto the back, using himself up. Armel puts the BKB, turns back, fighting back into them with the Arcane Orbs, but he's falling low. The physical damage from these two cores on the side of Execration, cutting through the OD's BKB, taking down Armel. Raven on the retreat. There is a homing missile chasing him down. He is going to try for the TP. Oh my god. He makes it just in time. We'll get out, but
I literally I was like clicking puck and gyro. I was like, do they have a force staff? Are they gonna force staff the missile? But no, they don't have it.
Well, you can't do that anymore, can you?
Yeah, you can still force staff.
Oh, okay, I thought to that.
No. You can hurricane pike the missile too. It's a really weird interaction. That fight there though, Armel of course gets initiated on, but I think Cuckoo positioning there as the Rubik, he's just sitting on the low ground hitting a shrine. I guess they really didn't expect the Execration to take a fight there, but the fact that he's hitting a shrine doesn't really do anything for his team. He's a Rubik, so he doesn't really add anything to hitting it. And Armel there too, he threw his Sanity's Eclipse on the two supports, not clipping the Deuce at all. I don't think they would have won the fight anyway, but just some strange spell use, strange positioning coming out from Cuckoo especially. But Execration.
It's looking scary for TNC. I think
pretty scary.
We are really starting to see how these two cores are just matching up that little bit better against what TNC have at this stage.
Yeah, and Execration is non-stop smoking every single time. The Witch Doctor
Radiant are scanning.
always having the right items to use that for, and Yaj is getting closer and closer to Aghanims
Dire's bottom tower
for that, of course, that combo we were talking about. Aghanims Coil plus Stone Gaze. Can't really do a whole lot about it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
See what they can find. There's Sam H on the front.
Got the gem, so he does know that the evasion up there, full butterfly is now finished on the Dusa, so that evasion gonna work real well versus OD.
And they only need about 300 more gold to have the Aghanims on the puck. So that full team fight coming together for Execration.
Still 2k advantage though for TNC.
Been a bit of an up and down there.
Yeah.
As we can see. Yeah, very close between these two teams. Just sort of the worry being how the two lineups match up as the game goes later.
They need a Hex on Armel too, and he's gonna be able to get it, but that's gonna be really useful to prevent the BKB from getting out, and even if they can insta-kill the puck in a lot of the fights, a lot of that lockdown from Execration is gonna be limited.
Wait, why did he show the Deucer rebuying the Mask of Madness?
He did rebuy it because he disassembled for the butterfly.
Oh, but he still wanted it. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Smart stuff. So yeah, Execration very ready to fight with that butterfly. Unless, it's all for TNC. It's all about getting a grab, a pick off at the start. That's what their lineup is designed around. Sam H to get in and get someone out of there immediately.
Yeah, I mean, if they can still grab somebody, that's always the beauty of Batrider, is you can start the fight and you're at 4v5, so even if you are behind in the game, you can cash right back up. Especially with their heroes, they have a ton of burst damage between OD.
Oh yeah, he's jumped in and he gets the 3-man silence and a Dream Coil though. That's setting up for Carl to move in with the Stone Gaze. The Dream Coil stab clutching onto this Sand King. Sand King's going to be the first to be focused, tried to force himself away, but he's down. They've lost Tim's. TNC now has a split. They've got the stolen Stone Gaze. Cuckoo now helping them try to turn. BKB's out from Nando. Cuckoo trying to stand on top of Raven, making sure to keep Raven safe. Now Raven jumping forward. There's the Batrider lasso, dragging them back. Sanity's Eclipse comes down. They've cut through the puck. TNC with the BKBs. They're fighting fit. They'll take down Nando. No, Nando! He lives on a slither of HP. He'll survive. It's still TNC. The ones losing more. Armel getting turned towards Carl's back in the fight. Cuckoo trying to help out Armel here. Armel turns to Lumic. Armel still alive. Sanity's on himself. Is he going to be able to blink out there? The urn is still on. No, he gets in between the blink ticks. He's out. Armel will survive.
Though with the ward.
He has no TP. Surely he can't play his way out of this. He may have just done so.
They're stopping him.
He's fine. He's actually fine. So Armel will get us. Still overall Execration taking the fight, but Armel certainly limiting the casualties there with that very neat little playoff. As we saw, you know, again, this sort of astral blink play. Doesn't matter if there's dots on him as long as he can shift click the blink.
I got scared for him pretty hard there.
He got out.
Standing his ground, killing the Tiny, getting that astral blink off and kiting away.
Yeah,
that was
some heavy lifting to make sure that this team does not go home today.
Yeah, I really like the play there by Cuckoo. You mentioned it too. He got that stone gaze and he ran on top of that Death Prophet to make sure that they couldn't focus fire her. That was one of the most important things in that fight. Tim's also getting dropped pretty much instantly before that fight even starts. That Dream Coil was absolutely perfect.
That jump from Yaj just immediately. I don't know if he necessarily saw them at the beginning because I don't think they have vision there, but it was just as he was going back that way, but there was no hesitation. He was like, hang on, there's a lot of heroes here. Bam, bam. We're starting the fight.
And I think 2 of the heroes on TNC...
they saw that. Okay, they saw the movement. Yeah, okay.
So 2 of the TNC heroes did instantly blink, so they broke that coil and they were stunned on the high ground, but Tim's was the sacrificial lamb on the low ground.
Whoa, so got a bit of a close one, bit of a 17 to 19 again. These teams are going to be pretty evenly matched here. Carl now, that level 25.
Snake gets stolen. Almost Agon.
Almost to the axe.
Almost.
Almost to the axe on the...
High level on the Rubik too, level 20.
Yeah, Cuckoo. As he's been having... Look, he's 4-2 and 14. He's been playing, as you said, I mean, we could see it already with the net worth. He's been having a very good game.
Yeah, overall his positioning has been pretty good. It was just that one fight I was like, what's he hitting? What's he hitting his shrine for?
Nando has opted to finish off the Lincoln Sphere to help him against those sort of jumps from the back.
Yeah.
Make sure that he has a chance to react and fight back. It's a full-out MKB on Carl.
Wow, he got so much fight from that last fight. So much gold from that last fight. He got the kill on Raven, so he did get that like 800, and I think he got 1 or 2 others as well. Level 25 finish too. Armel, level 23, Raven, 21. There's so much physical damage now for this Dusa.
We've got double damage on Armel. It's going to be the jump in from Lumik. Look at the commit onto Cuckoo. Safety comes first with the Astral onto the Rubik, saving him. But now the Dream Coil snapback. They're trying to force back this OD, keep him safe. Another force getting Armel out of there. Pops the BKB. He'll still look to retreat. He's just running away as they fully chase him down on the backlines. Raven, he's jumped in with the BKB exorcism, is able to take down the Witch Doctor. Now, Execration, can they get more? Burrow strikes there. They've caught out the puck. They've lost Yaj.
That's a gem too on the ground.
And Cuckoo, he's chasing for more. Has the Yule set up. He's bringing in more. The Snake comes in. Jump forward from Raven. Linkers is popped. Tims, can they close the gap? The 4-star plays here as they close in. Stone Gaze will come out in time.
Gets stolen.
Carl still on the retreat. Cuckoo coming back in with the telekinesis. The stolen Stone Gaze as he's trying to get in front of this target. They jump forward. They're blocking off this Medusa. Armel, he's racking up the int, getting a lot of arcane orbs through onto Carl. Sanity's is dropped. That's Carl down for 100 seconds. Jump forward again. Cuckoo finding so much setup with that Yule Scepter. They're looking to block off the gyro. He's on his way back to base. They may have overstepped the mark though. Lumik comes in. TNC getting very low here. Jump out with the blink out of the Yules from the bat. TNC just running out on minimal health.
The force staff plays by TNC, not even, like that fight started in mid, went all the way up to where the tier 2 in the dire side is, and then all the way back to Execration's base just because of the force staff and Rubik and the blink plays. They have so many different forms of catching.
Yeah.
Again, Cuckoo coming in so clutch there.
Cuckoo is doing so much, honestly, these sort of setups with that. With the Yule Scepter, he's got the Aghanim's on its way out, so now he's going to get to have even more fun in these team fights. TNC, they're holding on.
That was some fight by them there. Peeling that OD away was so important, and now Hex finished up, and he's got an incredible amount of int still. It's going to wear off, though, by the fight parade. But Hex puts him up to about 150 int when he loses those stacks.
And close to having that 25. But still 30 seconds without the Dusa, and they have got to push that top wave in a little bit, so unlikely that they'll be able to poke Execration before the Dusa's back up. But Roshan is there, Aegis and Cheese ready.
They've got an Arcane Rune, and they've got Exorcism in 15 TNC if they're able to abuse that one, but like you said, Dusa is almost back up, and he's... For good measure, the Dusa has queued up that BKB.
Yeah.
Cannot just get picked up, cannot just get controlled like this, and I mean, the OD building up int off of her is a problem. Armel, level 25, you get that plus 60. Duration. Nando's being eyed up a little bit as TNC are on the high ground here. They are gonna, and Cuckoo, maybe thinking about sweeping across to see if we can set something up in the jungle. Just poking around this creep wave, keeping those waves shoved
as far as they can in.
Yeah.
Does still have the stone gaze.
Stone gaze, yeah. It's really important for Yaj in this game to actually get multi-hero coils. I think a single hero coil isn't going to cut it. Just so they can get the positioning so they can do not only the call down follow-up, but get that Deuce in there for that stone gaze.
All about that Roche control now. You can see gem on the bat. No gem at the moment on Execration.
They took that bat.
Yeah.
They took that gem from Execration in the last fight.
They haven't got a new one out yet.
Did they actually put the one at... It's actually, I guess it was his gem originally.
See what they can get here. They're smoking towards the pit, Execration. TNC actually not around the pit at the moment.
They've scanned themselves.
Are Execration going to risk it?
They look like they are.
The scans... Yeah, they're not going to find anything themselves. But the scan, Execration. They're doing this. TNC, they don't seem aware. They'll probably realize in a minute when they don't see anyone doing anything else across the map. The pings are out now. They know. They have to get there, but it's too late. Execration, they've got the Roche, they've got the Aegis, they've got the cheese. They can't quite get there in time. Samich blinks in, but the phase shift blink out's there from Yaj. He's keeping his distance. Samich trying to chase, but this puck, too elusive. He's just playing, he's dancing around them all. Finally gets Hex. Yeah. Will pay for this, but elsewhere, Tim gets caught out by Nando. The team finds the SK. He tried to jump in a little too late. And 1-for-1. Nando very low, does get dragged back. He has got the cheese, he's going to get the chance to pop it. Gets the BKB out. Can he get the cheese out? He's been lassoed. Can he get the cheese? He can. Gets the cheese through now. They'll turn, they'll fight. Execration forcing TNC back. TNC coming back in. They've got the silence of the Deucer Hex as well, but she's glimmer caped up. Slow onto Raven from the Skadi. Execration trying to chase in. Shiva's guard comes out, slowing the proceeds of Execration. Cuckoo on the side, jumping back in. They've got the toss back, bringing Raven into the hands of the Medusa, cutting down the Death Prophet. Sanity's Eclipse will get dropped by Armel, but it's not enough damage to finish off Execration's cause. The Hex, though, and the right clicks is going to put the Deucer in a bit of danger. She has still got the Aegis, Carl. Carl, still alive. He might be able to slide himself away. He's going to survive again. The Glimmer Cape play, keeping him alive. The Death Forward stolen one's going to get dropped down, forcing Execration to keep to the side. Aegis popped here on the Deucer. Carl ready for round 2. TNC also thinking about whether they can take this fight. Armel, he's racking up the imp, plus 56 at the moment. Defensive Astral.
The stun from the snake.
He wants to go back in, Armel. He's thinking about it. If they chase, he knows that he can punch very hard. He's hovering around the side of the fight. Sam H has the lasso. Can he get in for a grab? Might be a little too tricky. Execration do have the full lineup back up.
Cuckoo, again, he stole this initial stone gaze. He got a cask, which delayed them to be able to bring down that Death Prophet to buy Armel time to rack up the int. Cuckoo's putting in so much work with the Aghanims. He's just literally like chain stealing spells. Got the Deuce Snake there. Didn't really turn into anything there, but Execration. The Gyro seeming pretty hard to actually walk into the fights. He's getting that butterfly now, which will help a lot, but it is pretty terrifying for him when he walks versus OD.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Armel really needs that MKB. We saw those misses coming into play there, and he's queued it up. He's getting closer and closer.
How are we doing on Cuckoo's level? What level is Cuckoo at the moment?
He's almost 25.
He's 22.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to take the telekinesis cooldown this game. It's not like he has any like massive one that he takes first.
Wait, am I being stupid? What's that 5 buff that he has on him?
What do you mean? The no, he has a tree grab.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little tree. You see the Rubik holding it?
Oh yeah, still holding the tree whilst having the Mystic say, I got confused. So
yeah.
So he's still got the tree.
He wanted to grab like Toss or Avalanche, but he ended up getting the tree.
I like that. That's cute.
He actually loses 200 attack range for having the tree. Interesting how that works, right?
Oh, this game, 6k lead for TNC. The Deucer still being the biggest hero on the map.
Yep.
Carl.
Now the BKB is finished.
Yeah.
The important one, yeah.
But as we're seeing with the 4-star plays, TNC very good at sort of kiting out the fights and waiting for the stone gaze to wear off, and they'll be able to do so the same with the BKB charge, wait for that to wear off before really going back in.
Cuckoo's pretty much going to steal stone gaze every single one of these fights too. With this Aether Lens build and the cast range talent, he can stay so far away from the fights to steal it. Like, look at that AoE on the steal. And there's like, it's a really low chance that you can actually stone gaze and get the snake off instantly. He's going to try to, but it's going to be tough. Looking to get a pick off here. They are smoked.
Tim's with the epicenter at the ready.
Thames has been having quite a quiet game on the Sand King.
He's been chilling.
He's kind of just the sacrifice.
There's the jump. Sam, he's looking for it. He's got the Firefly. He's seeing if he can find anyone to grab, but no.
Coil.
That's going to be Yaj. Coil on 2 indeed. Raven in trouble. Gets forced back. There'll be the defensive Astral again from Armel. Buying time for Raven, but he's going to be surrounded. Can Raven get out? BKB is going to come through. They're going to jump back in. Armel gets the Hex up on the Deuce. They have to lasso. Samate drags him back. Raven still trying to focus the squishies at the back of it, but the Glimmer Cape on the Witch Doctor keeps Grimm's alive. Armel again. Self-Astral. Carl with his own BKB pummeling into TNC's lineup. Cuckoo self-fuels. Armel, he's strapped. He's surrounded. Armel will fall. Raven also in trouble as the damage from Carl is too much at this stage. Tims goes for the TP out, will make it, but TNC lose both of their cores. The BKB Medusa just too strong and too much of a nightmare for them to deal with.
Exactly. Yeah, it was literally just that Dusa BKB. They weren't able to focus her down, even though they made their way kind of like into like that that small divot area on the low ground. It doesn't matter. Dusa with full 10-second BKB, there's no damage going into that with TNC's lineup. It's
Absolutely
all on Armel. Yeah. Cuckoo stole Stone Gaze, but it didn't do anything because, yeah, the Dusa was just invincible during that, like you said.
Yeah. And now Execration, they want to try and force out these buybacks. They will straight away. Raven buys back. Armel still down for 55. Carl just ripping through these buildings. Tier 3 down. And now the Rack's in trouble as well for TNC on this middle lane. They really don't want to buy back on Armel as it seems. They'll pop the fortification.
And they're constantly throwing this Lincolns on the Dusa. Stonegate. Oh, this Mystic Snake hits 3.
The Aghanim Snake is slowing them down a little bit, but they'll still move in, and now Cuckoo's in trouble. Gets stunned, jumped in upon. Tims is trying to come in with a Burrow Strike to help out. Armel has to buy back. Raven pops the BKB, keeping himself alive with the Spirit Siphon. Execration just simply choosing to disengage. They'll drop the core down onto 2 Sam-H. He's not going to let them get away that easy though. Grabs Looming back, has the status resistance of the Tiny, so the lasso doesn't last too long, but it's long enough. Lumic will go down.
That's a buyback for just a support Tiny, and they lose the Rex anyway. Very costly, not even really defense, very costly just for TNC.
TNC, it really does look like this game is going to require some just an incredible outplay in these team fights for them to come out on top. As this Dusa, as we worried, 50 minutes in, the Dusa Gyro combo proving to be incredibly difficult for TNC's lineup to deal with. Armel just needs to absolutely go off in the fights, get that into, drop a massive sanities, which we've seen in the past. Odys can certainly do this. He's nearly got the money for the MKB.
He needs that MKB. That's the biggest one, because he can't hit this Dusa. I think that they have to try to like bait this BKB on the Dusa. They can't take the fight. If Dusa BKBs, the fight's like impossible for them to actually kill her. Maybe kill everybody else, but that Dusa definitely not.
I mean, they have got the Hex, of course. If they can,
if they can
get on top of her with the Hex into stuns, and then get that into, get that kill. Sanity's Eclipse on the rest of the team. TNC definitely can still do it, but
it is a lot. It is hard to execute. Well, Execration, they pretty much just have to click Stone Gaze, click BKB.
Yeah.
The podcast says just get vision and start the fight.
That's Invis rune top, TD rune down bottom. Let's see if anyone goes and checks that out for TNC. As TNC are coming once again back across the map. Nando trying for that nullifier. 3300 at the moment on it, as Yaj also wanting the Lincoln Sphere just to make sure he can get those spells off without having to be worried.
Nullifier, very useful item versus the enemy team here. Also versus the Yule Scepter of the Death Prophet, being able to purge that one down. So if she does use that defensively. And it's actually just good damage on the Gyro too, because you get that relic.
As the MKB dump from out.
Yeah, I think now they can actually look to go for a smoke push.
It's, as we know though, it is a risk, because they did have to both buy back on Raven and Armel.
Okay, sorry, I didn't actually know that it was both buybacks.
Yeah, both buybacks last fight. So still, as we can see, about 5 minutes on those two. So that may cause them to play, you know, not too hastily. Sure, they have these big items, but still, it does not make the fights easy by any means for TNC.
No, definitely not. Carl is also getting to the point where he can start replacing some items if he wants to. He's got 6,000 gold in the bank. Can definitely buy a Moon Shard soon if he sells his 2 other items.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
And it will be the Moon Shard.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Minute to Roshan. TNC
Dire's top shrine.
actually outside of the base.
It's all about these jumps in the fights, though. This puck has a lot easier of a job than Sam H.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
TNC just forcing Execration back. They're pushing both of those lanes, and
Sam H.
he's looking for a grab.
Grims. Oh, they see Grims.
They might just get the Witch Doctor. You'll set up Grims all out on his lonesome. And we'll pay the price. As actually Armel,
They're
just
just
looking for another target here. They're going to see if they can more. Drop the Sanity's Eclipse very early on. As will not get them the kill. Lumic will be fine. So that is the Sanity's dropped.
Gyro sees a courier flying across and gets the kill on it. I didn't see what item that was on.
There was just a TP scroll.
Just TP.
Just TP scroll, yeah. I mean, Roshan will be up in a second. Maybe they can try for that with the Witch Doctor not in the game, and I feel like that they almost need to. They need to go for these sort of big plays.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Yep.
Still not a great place to fight versus Adusa.
It's still hard, yeah. Even against it with 4v5, Execration is still very strong.
Yeah. They look like they even want to go on
They
mid
are
here.
straight in. They go in with the combo. There's going to be the buyback from the Witch Doctor. They want to get in on this one. Pops the BKB, but the Aghanim's Dream Core still stunning him. They're moving with the Stone Gate, trying to get in front of him. Armel in trouble. Silenced up and takes it down. That is a dead OD for 100 seconds. Cuckoo with his stolen Stone Gaze. He's buying some time for himself. Will blink out. But that is the big one. There's no OD. They do manage to get the Witch Doctor, so the Witch Doctor diebacks. But TNC as a whole, they've got a big issue on their hands. They don't have their big hard hitter, and this Medusa is making a beeline straight for their base.
Sam H. He's got the Yules.
He's going to be able to blink out. Oh, yep. We'll be fine, but that's a long time without the OD, Carl. They're going too far. Absolutely can just go for the game here. That is the best play for them to do, Execration. Looks like they're playing it safe, though. They're looking towards the second set of racks. They're actually backing off a little bit. They don't have any creeps. They don't have any creeps. The mid lane got cut off by that play from Raven when they went for the Witch Doctor, as they were able to clean out a few of the waves. And that, again, sort of we saw in the previous games, cutting the creep waves in positions where it looks like the enemy team can end the game just gives you that sort of second chance. It's still 40 seconds without the OD, and Execration are bringing in that bottom wave, but TNC might just have one more fight left in them. 30 seconds. And they're going to be the longest 30 seconds for TNC. Epicenter
throw the FB right away.
He's going in. He wants to try and kick things off. They jump in onto Carl, but Carl gets the BKB off in time. There is the lasso controlling this Medusa on the sideline. Lumic with the toss, bursting down the SK low. Carl pops the Stone Gaze. They'll lose the Sand King, but Tim's does have buyback. The tier 3 gets taken down. 10 seconds still before Armel's back in. Cuckoo jumps forward. Telekinesis onto Medusa. Medusa low on the mana. Moving forward, Raven with the Siphon. He self-loads the swords as he's looking to chase. Onto the eyes onto Lumic. Lumic sort of throws himself back in, trying to tag the focus of Raven. They keep the melee racks alive.
And Armel's alive.
And Nando, has got the nullifier, stopping any sort of blink the Yules play. Jump forward from Sam H, the Jukes from Nando. He's keeping himself alive for now, but now they've got the vision, they've got the Yules to cancel the TP. TNC surround the Gyro, the Hex comes through from Armel. Nando, it's now his turn to be dead for 100 seconds, no buyback on the Gyro.
Oh my god.
He is 300 gold short of that buyback. We'll see if TNC, will they know this and do anything about it? And look, the melee racks on the bottom lane. You saw that play from Lumic. He was trying to go back in and finish it, but they couldn't quite get it. TNC hold on to the game.
Just starting the fight. That's the important thing, is jumping everything onto that Dusa. Scared her quite a bit. They actually had to back up.
I mean, if they can get Roche Frost, the Gyro is dead. That is
That's the refresher.
The refresher shard, and we've seen many times before how much a refresher shard can do for either a DP or the OD. Double Sanity's Eclipses in a fight at this late game portion can be absolutely devastating. They don't have Exorcism though. They can't really do it too quickly.
No, their physical damage is not good without Exorcism whatsoever. He's got enough gold for the Octarine too on Raven, but they're still at a 7k deficit. Arcane Rune right outside the pit.
I mean, there is an MKB on there, but yeah, it really is not great, their ability to take Roche.
Yeah, no. OD's not right. If you had like 90 or like 70 instant,
maybe you sort of had the butterfly build that we've seen from like Miracle OD. But yeah, with this,
that's in certain scenarios.
Yeah, they just can't do Roche without the ghost.
They're looking to get the pick off here in mid, maybe. Carl,
they grab, they jump in, they found the lasso, they're getting back into the hands of the rest of the team. They've got the silence, they've got the Hex, and there's the silence, that's dead. Medusa's down. Lumic as well. Medusa does have buyback. They've got the Yules onto Grims. TNC moving, cut down the Witch Doctor.
Oh my goodness.
Grims and Lumic, 70 seconds, no buyback.
Has to buy back.
They have to. Dream Coil comes out onto 4. TNC, they'll split for now. Nando moving in with the cooldown. He's got the nullifier on top of Raven. Raven falls to the side. His teammates trying to save him. There's the Astral from Armel, but that means there's no Astral for Armel himself. Armel loses his life, but Raven gets out. Raven on the retreat, still trying to chase. Yaj with the orb, closes the gap, gets the Yule Scepter, but the Stolen Stone against Mystic Snake holds back the puck, nearly kills him. Yaj still alive, but on minimal health. Raven still on the retreat. The buyback's there from Armel. They want to try and take this fight. They're turning. They have the silence, the telekinesis into the closest, but the BKB TP comes out just in time. He hasn't got lasso yet.
Oh my god. That was almost super clutch.
If Carl died there, that would have been absolutely GG, but he doesn't. Carl gets out.
This game is insane. How it's actually just going back and forth like this between these two teams. Armel now with no buyback. Carl with no buyback either. It's all about who gets grabbed first here. Refresher going to be the choice for Medusa, just so he can have double BKB in the fights. Just way too important. Sure, double Stone Gaze, but the BKB just seems to be everything for him.
Oh, there's an Octarine on Rubik. Woo! Octarine Aghanims Rubik, and that level 25 talent as well.
Let's see.
What's the cooldown on telekinesis? 5-second telekinesis cooldown.
It's kind of 3 seconds because they're lifted for 2.2.
That's true.
No, yeah, 5 seconds. That's insane.
And all the spell ceiling in the world for Cuckoo. Mid lane.
Mid.
Sam?
There.
Oh, it's dead. It's dead back.
Okay.
It's dead for 8-5. He's got buyback.
Oh, Cuckoo? Cuckoo's gonna get the hell out.
He's got buyback.
Makes buyback too.
They want to get back in on this.
Cuckoo actually got Death Ward. That can be pretty nice for him.
And they do want to make sure that Execration doesn't get away with Roshan. Because they know that Execration wants it. And Execration can certainly take it a lot easier than TNC's lineup.
Raven still has not.
Did he spend his money? Yeah, Raven.
Raven's got 7k.
Okay.
He's about to buy Boots of Travel. He doesn't really have the slots for the Octarine right now.
As we've seen, the Yours has been so crucial.
Yeah, and he needs the armor. The Lotus Orb and the Shiva's Guard, the armor is just really important. And the Lotus Orb for any of his teammates to remove a lot of those, you know, that Nullifier in particular.
Armor will have the Sanity's Eclipse back and ready. But as we can see, all about the buyback games. Refresher Orb for Puck. So he can have that double Dream Coil.
The smoke comes out. TNC, they're looking to try to end this game. This is going to be
one buyback
whoever can get
on
the grab.
TNC available on Raven. 2 buybacks available on Execration's lineup.
Can they get Carl? They're positioning themselves on the high ground here. The scan comes out.
They have to get that follow through on the Hex.
TNC knows where they are right now.
TNC ready for the jump in. Sam H looks for the committal. He goes onto the Tiny, drags him back into the Burrow Strike. Lumic is going to be focused. The Stolen Death One beats down on him. He's out for the Dream Coil. They're moving in with Carl. The Linkers has been popped. Carl getting himself towards the base and turning with the damage cuts through. Raven's dead. The Nullifier onto Armel, rendering him useless for now. He gets forced back though. His teammates trying to save him, but he's stunned. The Burrow Strike from Tim's keeping Armel alive for now, but it's not enough. Armel's still down. No buyback on this OD. 2 minutes without Armel.
And Deuce is just in the base.
He is.
Instantly.
The buyback comes through from Raven. He doesn't have the ghost up. Carl is very deep and he is very on his own. Cuckoo, what can he do here? He's just a Rubik, but it is Cuckoo. Cuckoo has to force away. We'll get the BKB up, but look at Sims. He had the epicenter. He's trying to come back in. The BKB wears off. Burrow Strike onto 2, but Cuckoo has fallen. The homing missile connects onto Raven. Jump forward with the silence. There's the refresher. Jump forward again. The secondary goal cancelling Raven's TP attempt. Back to base. TNC, they've lost 4. Execration will move on to the Tier 4 towers, onto the Ancient, and on to the grand finals here in the SEA Regional Qualifiers of the Corsair Dream League Season 9.
That last fight, it's so crucial for Sam H to get that big target. That Medusa needs to get lasso. He only got the Tiny, which doesn't last very long. And Execration with this Medusa getting so massive, as well as the Puck getting several very nice Dream Coils.
All right, Execration
TNC are out.
Absolutely.